What's up, sports fans? Tim Fitzgerald here with the one and only Mark McGwire. Mark, thanks for chatting with us here.
You're welcome.
Talk about this new role you have in the athletics organization. How did it come about, and what are the main goals that the organization, that the A's want you to go out there and do to help these players develop?
Well, I got a call from Dave Stewart, Ed Sprague, a few months ago about coming down to spring training and to help coach the prospect game. Elected to do that. I thought, yeah, why not? It's pretty cool. Let's go see the prospects. I haven't been really technically associated with the Oakland A's for quite a few years.
Sure.
Maybe decades. And so I went down there, and then 2 days turned into 5 days, and I got a chance to talk to all the hitters and talk to all the pitchers, and one thing led to another. Started watching some games and working with guys in the cage, and it's in my blood, and I have so much to give back for what happened through my career and the stuff that I've learned, and I do it in the off season. I work with a bunch of young kids in high school, college, and the professional level, and I just love teaching, love passing on knowledge, and then the thing is I love to say is all the knowledge that I pass on, the player themselves has to make it themselves.
Sure.
It's like it's their feeling, it's their understanding, and different words, different phases you say, and so then after the spring training, and Ed called me back and said they'd like me to do some consulting work, and we worked out a deal, and so this summer I'll be going through all the affiliates that the A's have and spend a week, throughout the summer, and I'm excited about it.
Compare it, I guess, this opportunity, that it probably had to feel like a nice balance compared to being a full-time coach again, being able to just kind of hit the affiliates but still have time for your family and things like that.
Yeah, it is. That is, I'm still raising 3 triplet daughters that are just about to turn 15, finishing their freshman year in high school.
Yeah.
And I got one son in college and one son playing in the minor leagues with the Cubs. So, yeah, I get an opportunity to stay home and then pick and choose where I want to go, and it's exciting. And again, for me to be out there, put the uniform back on, to watch these young kids and to see the future, what they have, is exciting.
Now, I've been following your career a long time. I'm a St. Louis native, and even when we were living in St. Louis in the late 80s, I'm like, I should find an American League team to latch on to. And it was the Athletics. You guys were the kings of the American League at the time. And so I'm familiar with guys that you've worked with and things like that, and philosophies you've shared, just of what I've read. Has anything changed? I remember you were a big proponent on picking your part of the strike zone early in the count. That's, your area. Absolutely. Early in the count. Is anything changed as baseball has evolved and changed in your coaching? Some things are just always tried and true.
Well, yeah, I mean, the game has definitely changed, way different than when I played. And then at the end of my career as far as coaching, when I was in San Diego, 18, the analytics was really coming into the game. I really enjoy the analytics because I can read both sides. I can see by my eyes. As the old-time players, as we talk about, we were taught to use our eyes and to see what's going on. That's when my eyes can see things. But then they can be validated by the analytics. Or I can look at the analytics and have a really good idea before I even see the hitter and put my eyes on. So right now it's about marrying those two together. There's no question the hardest job in sports today is the hitting coach, because it's like it's like I had to learn on the job in 2010 when I took the job with St. Louis, and you have 12, 13, and all the players they bring up and down, like none of them are feeling great at the same time.
Yeah.
And so you're always working on something, you're always having conversation with something. But I go back to the essence of hitting. The essence of hitting is the lower half. The lower half will dictate how fast your hands are going to be, how direct you are going to be to the baseball, how still your head's going to be, how you can recognize and sit on your location.
That's awesome. Mark, thanks for your time as always. Can't thank you enough.
We'll see you again.
Thank you for tuning in.